Awaken Introductory Course, Lesson 3. You are never too old to learn. It seems to be that everyone thinks people stop learning once they leave school and become adults. I really hope that's not true, because nearly all the most important things I feel that I've learned happened after the age of 30. We do know, of course, that we can improve our bodies and fitness at any age, which is why gyms and yoga classes are mostly filled with people in middle age. But most of us seem genuinely unaware that it is possible to change our minds as we get older. And because of this, we just don't bother. We think of ourselves almost as stuck in time. Like, this is me, and this is what I like, and this is what I don't like, and it will never change. Of course, this is simply not true. We are not like stone, but more like water, moving and changing through the seasons of our lives. So once we understand that it is absolutely not true, we can learn nearly any new skill at any age. It is time to begin learning the right skills, because otherwise we would continue living our lives without improving them, stuck in our old ways of thinking and generally remaining, if not unhappy, just unsatisfied. I truly believe that meditation, real meditation, and mindfulness practice, real mindfulness practice, is a very essential part of making our relationships with other people, with ourselves, and with our lives much better, much healthier mentally, and indeed physically. A healthy body leads to a healthy mind. But the fact that none of us are told this, or we don't learn it in school or by our doctors, constantly amazes me. Anyone who has real experience with meditation knows that there's something to be discovered here that they were missing before. And once you know how to meditate, you see that more or less that all of the world's chaos, apart from natural disasters, is because of our negative thoughts that happen in people's mind. All the conflicts that happen between people and all the pointless suffering it causes is caused by their own misbehavior, which is a direct result of their mind. These are symptoms of people's minds being totally out of control. So the next time something happens in your life that makes you angry or afraid or sad or worried, how long do you want to be spent locked in that prison of one of those emotions? And what will you do while your mind is there? What positive benefit ever came from anger, jealousy, or hate? One benefit that people get from learning to meditate is the ability to simply let go of negative emotions. You can decide how long you want to stay angry or worried or anxious for, and that's a superpower. It really is a superpower. Also, you can begin to pay attention to your life and do the right things and think the right way. Have you noticed how hard it is to sit down and read a book for an hour, or even watch a film or an episode of a good TV show without constantly checking your phone? When was the last time you read a book for an hour or did anything for an hour without checking your social media? There is a war being fought for our attention, and most of us are losing it. Have you seen the people staggering around with their smartphones, even crossing the street while sending messages, literally stepping in front of people and in front of traffic without looking up? Or spending times with their young children in the park with heads buried in their phones? There are actually even signs in the parks warning against this. Are you one of those parents? I have to admit that I have a young daughter, and sometimes I am. But I try not to be, and be mindful about the precious time that I get to spend with her. And that is all I'm trying to do here. I'm trying to get you to awaken to your own life before it slips by so fast. I'm sorry to say that you will not learn to meditate and be mindful by accident. And you won't learn it by jogging or hiking or playing music or going to the shops or doing any of the other things you do to feel good. However, once you know how to meditate, you can experience the same insights into your nature and the nature of your mind whilst jogging, hiking, playing music, and doing all the other things that you like to do. But you are very unlikely to have these insights and experience without really learning how to do it, without practicing it. So let's do it. Let's practice and get on and try another meditation.